I made a Candy Hearts themed fortune teller for Valentine's Day. So a quick Google search revealed how a magic 8-ball works, basically a floating dice in a jar. So I bought some 4-ounce glass jars so I wouldn't have to make my own watertight vessel. After that, taking some measurements, I hopped right into CAD to lay out the general proportions, then went back to good old pen and paper to figure out the design of the candy box, ultimately deciding on this. CAD'd that up, adding the rest of the details to the box, and moved on to designing the dice. I knew I was pushing the limits of my 0.4mm nozzle on my 3D printer with this tiny text, so I opted to use a 12-sided die rather than a 20-sided die you'd typically find inside a Magic 8-ball, so I'd have more surface area to work with. I modeled my hollow D12, making sure it would fit through the mouth of my jar, and then split it into two and added some mounting holes for all the candy hearts. Then I dialed in the text with a few test prints and went full color. Assembly time. If I could, I would have printed the text directly into the hearts in red, but my printer doesn't swap filaments, so I decided to pigment UV resin, fill, cure, and sand all my text inlays. That includes the Candy Hearts logo and the banner at the bottom. Once those were done, I glued in the hearts, sealed the two halves of the dice, then glued all the little detail components into place. So close to being done. Onto the fortune-telling mechanism. I went with white mica powder for the liquid inside to help obscure the base dice shape, already hella magical. Then, because I couldn't have air bubbles inside the mech, I submerged the jar so I could cap it underwater, maximizing my chances of no bubbles. It's not?
That's so cute.
Ta-da! Done. Holy shit, it works. And it totally works. Fantastic little prototype. Definitely a fun build, and I got a ton of insight on how I'd build this better for a more final version. Thanks for watching, and great job, everybody.